Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and tonight I'm going to record the demo for Plague Lords, known as Plague Lords Witch Hunt. I've been aware of this game for about 2 years now, and patiently waiting for something to become available. And this is it. Apparently it's a standalone demo, but it's not really a demo, it's sort of a prequel. But it's free, so it's basically a demo, a taster to get you interested. And apparently to get the full story, you have to play this demo first before moving on to the main game, which is not yet available and will hopefully go into early access at some point. It's my understanding that this is a sort of post-apocalyptic medieval fantasy in which a plague of biblical proportions has rampaged across the countryside, and we play as survivors in a sort of apocalypse where the afflicted have been driven wild and insane, and some even rise from the dead, like sort of plague zombies. While this is a standalone story, and separate from the main story, I believe this woman appears in some of the early screenshots and pieces of art for the main game, so she may play a role in that as well. We got some kind of fat fellow here, looks a bit like a merchant. We got a stern individual. Looks like he's used to enforcing his will, maybe like a witch hunter. I do like these van braces, all scratched and scarred up. Now, and his clothing's very tattered as well. This is a common fantasy aesthetic because it makes it look like the heroes are having a hard time. They don't have the best equipment. They don't have, government behind them, essentially. They're making do with what they've got, and that's what makes their heroism all the more worthwhile. Looks like we got a camp here, and I do know there are exploration and survival elements to this game. Also, there's a rather large tower here, and I do recall something about this prelude story having less gameplay mechanics. So the tower might operate as a central camp that we return to after exploring out a little bit. Also, I imagine this story might be a little bit more linear. I have looked at the settings. Haven't changed anything, but I looked at it. Let's dive in and see how it goes. Oh, also we have changed profile, and Plague Lords is the default profile. I'm not going to mess with that. And we can apparently set up others, which seems to me as if we might not get to manually save the game. It may just be constantly rolling. I did see a video on this a couple of years ago from someone who had access to probably this version rather than the full game, but I'm not certain. And it's been very quiet since, with only occasional updates, so we'll see how things go. From what I recall, the company of characters moves around a bit like a mob, and the combat is sort of automatic. We can control equipment, we can control sort of character stats a bit, but when they get into a fight they do what they want and we have very little control over it. They don't fight that often, mind you, which is probably for the best early on. Let's click new game and find out what happens. Oh, it's a loading screen, okay. (1351) Northern Europe. The 5th year since the outbreak of the Black Death. Comrade, my friend, you claimed you'd rather a dozen of the best soldiers. Oh, you claimed you'd gather a dozen of the best soldiers. This is Anselm Jantz. presumably the fat one by the look of it, and then we got our Witch Hunter Tapper. Oh, that mouse is sticky a bit up here. Okay, maybe it's just from that. That's right. Then please, gentlemen, tell me what exactly is wrong with this picture. I just see that 2 of the elite thugs hired by my family have been torn to pieces. These men cost us a fortune, and they started dying before they even get to the job. Did you two find anything? The forces were unequal. It looked like Stutterer, Bruno, and Curly were defending themselves, says Paul Worth. I don't know why Paul looks... No, he's got mail, so he might not be a woodsman. Few will believe that. The attackers had no weapons. Looks like some deserters were robbing the locals and slaughtered anyone who tried to resist. 1,000 bloody devils. God be my witness. Our mission couldn't have started any worse. There are signs of a third. If Bruno got out, tracking him won't be difficult. We could have handled this ourselves. You should have stayed with the main unit. No way. No way seems a bit anachronistic for some reason. I want to see who's trying to stop me. Plague take them. Let's go. So, party movement and interaction. I see a number 17 up there by the helmet, but it might not be... we got a shield, helmet, big shield. App 2, action points, army points. Right, I'm getting ahead of myself, obviously. To select a unit, you can click on it on the playing field. Select the shield with its number on the unit panel in the upper right corner, or press tab to cycle through units. So, by unit, I think they're using the word unit correctly here to refer to a group of soldiers acting together, as opposed to a lot of modern strategy games that use the word unit to mean a single soldier. The action panel at the bottom of the screen will show everything the unit can do in the current map field. So we have like rest, look out, scout out, shoot. Alright. To move a unit, right click on the destination. If it has enough movement points, presumably the AP is movement points, or the shield is movement points. If it has enough movement points, it will move to the designated spot. The amount of AP, along with any factors affecting speed, such as heavy armor, overload, or fatigue, will be shown in the unit's number shield. Okay, that hasn't quite clarified. So armor points may affect movement. So I presume each point might equate to a certain amount of distance on the screen. And so where we want to go, it will show us how many points we want to use. If a unit runs out of action points, the end turn button will turn green, or the turn will end automatically if auto end turn is enabled in the settings. I haven't changed any settings, so I don't know. A yellow end turn button means not all units have completed their move, presumably this one, with a big exclamation mark saying, "Stop before you press this button, make sure all these people have moved." All tutorials, quests, and other game information can be found in your journal in the upper left corner of the screen. Excellent, the big J next to the Q. And speaking of Q, we have the tracks lead east of the found remains. Let's hope our guy survived. Right. We have some kind of... Well, I see. Can we move the... We can. Let's go here. Okay. So I clicked a bit further away and I think it just took one. No action points. So now we end our turn. That same farm. It's quiet here. I hope Bruno finished off all the bastards. I don't want any surprises. You won't find better shelter. Search everything here, but keep it quiet. Maybe we should wait for the main unit. Who knows what's going on here? He might not live to see them arrive. And there are too few of us left to lose people like this. Food and drink help your characters stay strong and endure longer. By opening a character's scroll, you can check their current condition and see their fatigue and hunger levels. So I'm going to presume strength, agility, stamina, wisdom... CHM, like chemical resistance or something? Like... hit points or health points, endurance, HG, head guard, TH, not tough to hit, ML melee, so something to do with range then for TH, not sure. The health and energy bars next to the character's portrait will be bright when they're well fed and hydrated. Their wounds will heal faster and they'll have enough stamina for long journeys. If the hunger and thirst bars are dim, health and energy will recover slower and the character's morale will drop due to starvation. The best way to quickly recover a tired or wounded character is to make camp. Feed them found or cooked food. Feed them found or cooked food, or leave them in the infirmary under the care of your healer. Do we get to assign people different tasks in camp? If you don't want to keep track of hunger and thirst levels manually, you can enable automatic feeding in the camp settings, so characters can take care of their own needs. Are we supposed to set camp now? Collect found items. What have we found? A handful of berries and a worn shirt. Does not wear out. Okay. Well, let's look at this. Presumably this shirt will just go there and it's nothing like this armor. And that will close it. Okay. Alright. Undo all actions. Wait. What's this? Empty. Looted. What about here? Farm, no. Abandoned farm. We can search here. Conrad and the others begin to search the house. It's worth being careful. Nobody knows what's hiding in the dark corners, an old chest or an infected villager. Inspecting free. So what does that mean? Does it mean it's going to take 3 turns? Let's end a turn and find out. Yes, it does. Okay. And we do have someone here who could do with a rest. Scratch, but still hurts. Foragers are missing. Captain is with us. Okay, so we have lots of modifiers to morale. Okay. A worn hammer, some more berries, and rope. Let's go back here and loot all this stuff, which is looking like it's going to be part of a crafting system. I'm here! Damn, I was starting to think I was seeing things. He looks terrible, like he might already be infected. Finally. Looks like he's alive. Help him up. What the hell was that slaughter? What's going on here? Hell if I know what's happening here. It was like those bastards were waiting for us in the dark. Stutterer shouted at them and they just charged like madmen. By the time we reached for our swords, each of us was already at a bunch of those freaks climbing to us. It was... ah! I didn't say a word, just growled and bit like animals. Bone Crusher would have figured it out. You don't need a healer to see they're plague-ridden. Seems reason enough to go wild. Grab anything useful. Looks like the owners won't be needing it anymore. In the character scroll next to the portrait, you can see the equipment along with its attack and defense values. If the scroll is open and the character is selected, right-clicking on an item in the party's inventory will automatically equip it in the appropriate slot: armor, weapon, secondary weapon, or artifact. And I imagine this fellow is going to need some equipment very soon. Some weapons and gear require specific character skills. These are listed in the tooltip, and the character only needs one of the skills listed at the required level to use the item. Well, that's nice. You don't need everything, you just need one of these things. And all these people need to recover some health. Is this the party inventory? And does the icon in the corner mean it's equipped by someone already? Or is it just telling me what kind of item it is? Keep an eye on your gear's condition. Armor and weapons wear down with use. To repair equipment, use the proper repair kits. If an item is completely broken, you can restore it at the workshop, where you'll need extra materials. Your people will automatically equip weapons when danger arises or pick up tools before starting work, as long as the necessary items are in the party's inventory. If you prefer manual controls over resources, food and gear, you can disable automatic management in the camp settings under the journal. So, Tutorial Chronicles quests, buildings, forests, roster, storage. Where are the camp settings? Is this camp setting? Or is it just... will this book turn round when it becomes available and becomes camp setting? I'm not sure. Conrad's orders. So we might be able to give specific orders. Skills, map. Master's banner. What does this skill do? It's just written down. So I think this is just a list of who has which skills. Okay, what have you got, mate? You've got some worn mail, better than a worn shirt, admittedly. A worn shield. We should probably get you some kind of let's see, militia skill level 5. God, sword or spear. Have we not got any? I mean, this is already used, isn't it, by someone, right? There's our iron sword. Jan's ornate dagger. Got bow and arrows. Okay, no, so it looks like... yeah, that's better. He's feeling a little more confident now. One of the creatures followed me all the way to the farm. It's probably still lurking somewhere around here. We don't know how many there are. Best to handle this quietly, like, you know. Scouts, check the area. There's like only 5 of us. And I wouldn't wait for it to sink its teeth into someone's throat. Agreed. Let's not take chances. Keep your arrows ready. Right-click on a group of enemies and your squad will charge into battle in combat mode. In this attack, warriors with melee weapons automatically move to the front row and are more likely to be wounded. Marksmen, workers, and unarmed members also attack, but the front row provides them cover. If there are archers in the squad, they can always fire in an arc without engaging in melee. Use the volley button on the squad panel for this. If they have enough arrows, they can significantly reduce the enemy's numbers before the combat begins, so it's a pre-combat volley. Got it. To improve your squad's odds in combat, you can prepare by building small fortifications, traps, or barricading the occupied building. The enemy won't wait for you to finish your defences, so stakes and barricades should be prepared in advance at the workshops, which I presume is something we do at camp. I don't see enemies yet. Maybe we should go fortify a building. We're caught out in the open, okay. Hey! Looks like that same bastard that you got walked over pretty good. He's barely moving. Could be a trick. How'd he survive all those wounds? And where is he, for that matter? No idea. Let's put him out of his misery before he calls for backup. Ah, I see now. Well then. Shoot the bastard. Clean work, but that definitely wasn't the last. The rest of the gang is out there somewhere, and who knows how many of them there are. Let's not repeat past mistakes. Stick together and don't hesitate. We've already lost 2. We're ready. Just give the signal. Maybe we could rest some... Okay. A character with sufficient leadership skills can equip a banner, turning a chaotic combat into a tactical battle. In tactical mode, your squads take turns attacking, choosing favourable targets, and using special combat abilities. That's good. That's a big step up from what I saw a couple of years ago, where they just kind of rushed together and moshed. There are front and back lines in battle. Ooh, like the Disciples series. Warriors in the front line take more hits, but protect archers and workers in the back. The tighter the front line, the fewer attacks will slip through. All infected have 1 counterattack per turn, indicated by the white skull over their head. And does the diamond over our head indicate our counterattack, or do we have more? Or none? Special attacks of warriors and archers take several turns to recharge and require enough morale as well as time since the last use. Morale is needed for warriors' special attacks, which become available as characters develop their combat skills. It increases when squads win battles, rest at camp, or enjoy a good meal. So then will this load up a special battlefield interface, or will the lines just sort of appear on the map? Or not at all? Let us... There's our banner. Sergeant's banner requires artifacts. Sergeant 1. Yep, fair enough. We know very little beyond that. Sword, shield, light armor, and chainmail, which is what? More medium or lightish? Square, heavy armor, sword, or halberd, okay. Captain and builder. Alright. It would still be nice if we could... what's this? It looks like we're gathering plants and herbs. We've got some berries. We can turn around, look around. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Looks quiet here. Nothing out of the ordinary. First time Heinrich Jones has spoken. Well, we'll keep at it. I wonder if we were supposed to go loot the body of that madman. Anyway, let's finish up here. Got ourselves some mushrooms as well. Let's just head inside and search. Conrad and the others began to search the house. It's worth being careful. Ah, same text as before. 2-turn search. Okay, we can do that. And I suppose we can shoot out if enemies come close. What the hell did we get? Oh, nothing. I think it just went dark. Okay. Iron plates, a worn axe, and some clean straps. Cloth would take that lot. Let's go out here and grab his vest, because obviously that's not going to be infected by the plague that covers him, is it? We don't have an option to... Okay, we turn that way. Okay, so there is a facing mechanic. No, let's keep looking that way. Let's go in here. We were not allowed inside. Ooh. Perhaps it would behove us to get the bleep out of that field. I'm dead on my feet. Yeah, we'd love to find somewhere to rest. Where can we do that? Okay, yep, end the turn. Okay, can we now please? There we go, excellent. Close that, we don't need it. We can't rest here. No chance, I'm not moving until I rest and eat. Well, let us rest and eat then, please, dear goodness. How do we... That looks like somewhere we want to go. Do we have anything about setting camp yet? Okay, this is map middle mouse button only. There's no... we can't click and drag. Buildings, camp buildings. We've got nothing about camp yet. Okay. Let's just end our turn. Mate, come on. Yeah, everyone drink a bit of water. That'll be nice, won't it? So we do seem to have a great big question mark over here we seem to be heading towards. So let's just venture forth in that direction. Yeah, I know. We need to rest. Guess what? You seem to be strongly averse to the whole resting concept. Oh. I mean, come on, this makes sense, right? Is that our camp action? What happened? Why did he get up? And what do these pluses mean? I think it just... oh, resting. Okay, fine. Okay, let's move. Go interact with this. Or not, apparently. What have we here? Rawhide, bricks, and a pickaxe. Got it. Also, we are continuing to move in the direction of the question mark. That is fine. Let's rest. And end a turn or two. Okay, people are looking pretty good. Really? We need to rest again? Okay, fine. So there's no camp. What does the helmet mean? We don't know yet. Okay. Enough food for 2 days, enough water for 9 days. We're going to need more food then, aren't we? Okay. And exhausted again. We need to work on this. Oh! Animals running away, so we can use our shooting action to hunt, maybe? Let's look. Okay, looks safe. We'll rest. Mate, you're always tired. Why is nobody else exhausted? Fatigue, clothing is worn out. Well, hey, can we mend it a bit? Or do we need to be in camp to do that? We can't keep resting forever. We will run out of supplies. Mate, we're just going to pick up stuff here, okay? Ooh. Cloves. Yeah, okay, not great. 15. Hang on. Durability 36 of 75. Does not wear out. It's the worst and best it's ever going to get. Okay. Durability 31 of 100. 30. Okay. 24. Alright, looks like we're pretty well equipped for now. But, again, knackered. Quiet now. An inn, and not a soul in sight. This definitely feels like an ambush. I can feel eyes on us. We're going in, but be ready for anything. And get all the bloody food you can. Story and side quests. Active and completed quests are stored in the squad journal. There you'll also find other useful information, including tutorials. You can open the quest section from the journal, or by clicking on any quest. So on the side here. Story quests not only move the main plot forwards, but also unlock new gameplay elements and possibly new dangers. Side quests don't affect the storyline, but help you solve problems within the camp and among characters. The character completing the quest will gain bonus experience in a specific skill, and the rest of the squad will receive a reward. Okay. Each quest is linked to specific characters who must be part of the squad completing it. Their portraits are shown in the quest description, so it seems like we divide the company up into little units who all go off doing their own thing, and we control all of them in the main game, but we only have one in this one. If a quest has a directional marker, clicking on the squad will show it with an arrow on the party selection ring. So for instance here, I mean, I presume it's this way, right? Okay, hang on. Oh, fine. Okay, let's cut wood a bit. Why not? Wait. 9? Okay, would having more people make it quicker? Okay, well, we want to go here, so... Perhaps we don't need to chop the wood so much. And in, please. Come on, we're right here. Okay. Start adventure. Or search. Let's start the adventure because there might be people here and we don't want to rob them. The dim room looked abandoned. The tables that the diligent housekeeper should have cleared were cluttered with rotten, grimy dishes, and the hearth had long gone cold. A staircase led to the second floor, where at most a couple of rooms could fit enough for those who could afford a night not in a stable or beneath a wagon. American English, they're calling the first floor the second floor. I wonder if this is a still image or if our party members are actually placed on it. It looks like a still image, but I don't know. Search for one of the rooms, Ranger 1. Let the scouts go first. Sure. Perhaps this is why scouts avoid heavy armor. Better to trust one's instincts than a coat of mail. With a few silent hand signals, the light-footed climbed swiftly up the stairs while the rest moved through the lower hall, quietly. Quiet, but not nearly as quick. The ground floor was empty and the upstairs doors were already being checked and listened to. Moments later, one of the scouts returned, signaling a warning. Something was hiding upstairs. Storm the rooms one by one, shield up. Skilled fighters quickly formed up in front of the doors. Shields raised while archers took their positions on the flanks. The click of crossbows being drawn was the only signal in the heavy silence. I don't think we have crossbows, do we? I like this image. And we're clearly being sent something else. 52 by the skull. Some kind of zombie body thing. Several doors burst into splinters, and after a brief pause, just long enough to confirm the enemy was behind them, Conrad gave the order. Bows and crossbows loosed in unison, and several bodies dropped to the floor. The assault had begun. The infected charged from all sides. It's finally over, is it? Or are we fighting? Yeah, we are fighting. Right. Could you step back, retreat? Okay. Where are you, my friend? Ah, our back row is back here. I see. We can't explicitly... Right, you have what? Finish off without aiming or shoot. Fires 3 shots at random attack. No, sure, we'll just take a regular shot at this one. Oh, that still looks very healthy. Okay. And you can also shoot. Looks like it's down, but the life bar's still showing very healthy. Your armor is wrecked, so you can counter on your own turn. What? Okay. Attacks-free random target, sure. Looked like you only attacked one there. And we'll have a regular attack here. Wind turn? Okay. You can shoot. And we want to be careful to track our ammunition. I like the helmet hanging on the shield there. They rushed us like madmen. Is anyone hurt? I mean, possibly. Nothing serious, just a few scratches. No armor, not even knives. They fight with claws and teeth like wild animals. There's a lot more tracks in the street. The main pack must be nearby. Can we fortify this location? If they're all fighting with claws and teeth, we'll put them down quick. Just don't let them touch you or you'll catch the plague. Come on, let's finish this. A character's attributes define their role in the camp. Do we now get to camp? Strong ones can carry more, wear heavy armour or wield halberds. Wise ones progress faster in their craft, and agile ones can scout ahead or escape pursuers. Higher values in specific skills allow a character to equip better armour or weapons, or use sturdier tools. All skills are grouped in sets of 3, ranging from basic roles like lumberjack to true masters of their craft. Wisdom determines how many skill slots are available. Crafting skills let your characters forge weapons and gear in the workshop, gather resources more efficiently, or cook up useful meals. You'll be able to try out all 30 professions in the full game. Professions like Hunter, Pathfinder or Scout unlock additional options such as scouting and setting traps. Can we set camp now? Because you clearly really want us to. We don't want to split the party. We could absolutely wait. We could search. Game wants us to track northwest of the oh no, we've done that. The game also wants us to end our turn. And then head this way. Empty tavern. Hang on, this is a separate location? It says inspected. How are we doing for food? Because we were... Enough food for 2 days, enough water. Yeah, we're still... Okay. Why are we not... Apparently we're not moving this turn, okay. Why are we not moving this turn? Okay. And of course he's exhausted again. Right, fine. Oh, hey, someone's there. It's them. Attack! What? Oh shit. I was gonna shoot arrows. Hey, what's going on? Why is that? Was that a first round of combat? I think it was. Okay. You. Shoot. This fucker, I don't care. Oh, does it just randomize on the rank? Without aiming, just shoot lots. That still looks like he only shot one person. Okay, can you, like... No, you can't be moved. Okay. Let's just have a care. We do need to thin these numbers because it looks like they're coming up this side. I still seem to have an attack option. Still not sure what 52 means. I mean, everyone seems to have had their turn. Uh-oh. How can we tell if anyone is that badly injured? I mean, for now it seems like we're just taking up numbers. Who are you? You are... Ugh. Looks like end turn. We're in danger of losing a man here. Right. People with more health, attack first. Maybe save our arrows, but that was probably a finish-off shot. Worthy right there. Looks like they're all down. A couple of dozen or two for R2. Fair trade. That was a lot less than 24 people, but maybe he means total in the mission so far. Another dozen bastards. Comrade, your people are finally starting to earn their keep. I doubt any of us dreamed of butchering a dozen peasants. And these aren't the last. Have you seen the tower nearby? I hope this is the end of it. Feels like it's just beginning. Good thing I'm not paying you per head. A character's needs in in-game events affect their morale, which ranges from very low to excellent. Morale impacts nearly everything a character does, from crafting to combat. Events that influence morale can be viewed by hovering over a character's portrait or the morale stat in their profile. Some effects are temporary and last a few days, while others persist until the character's personal request is resolved. When morale actively affects gameplay, you see a flying icon. This may trigger an extra attack in battle, double productivity in the workshop, movement without stamina cost, or bonus experience from completed actions. Low morale, on the other hand, will cause negative effects. Do we get to camp yet? Because we really need to rest. We might even get to recover some health while we do it. And that looks like the tower. Okay. Why can't we... There we go. He is recovering health a little. There's a well. Let's drink. And go for the tower. Nope. He wants to rest. So rest we shall. Captain says, men, you're all dead on your feet. Get some rest now. And then, get in that tower. The doors are probably blocked from the other side. What did you say? No easy way in. That's what it was built for. Are we supposed to make a battering ram or something? Because I did not read what he said. It didn't stay on the screen long enough. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? A strange tower in the middle of the woods can make a decent shelter. We need to find the entrance. I mean, we've kind of found the entrance. Ludwig Frey, with magnificent sideburns and a really pointy chin, appears and says, "Hey, what kind of fight did you start this time? The screaming could be heard from miles off. Do we have 3 units now?" No need to rush. Looks like they handled it themselves. Whoa now, this is a palace. Well, we missed the fight, but we'll still have time to grab the best beds. Finally, I thought you'd run off with our gear. I'd laugh, but we left a dozen corpses behind us. Only a dozen? Ha, we had 2. Yeah, we weren't bothered either. We're a curly and stutterer, says Jacob Haven. They were the first to experience the locals' hospitality. A shame. They were bold guys. Let's find them a more scenic resting place. Yes, but only after we set up camp. The tower is locked, but there's no better place for defense, especially if we can unlock it. Tie a couple of logs together. Whoever reinforced that door, it wasn't built to withstand a ram. To merge squads or transfer items, simply drag one squad onto another. To split a squad, hold shift and select a nearby empty tile, or use the split button in the party panel. I presume we need logs. To move items or characters between squads, right-click their icon. Okay. Filters in the exchange panel let you quickly transfer groups, for example, all soldiers to the right squad or all supplies to the left. Okay, so we have this group here, has Ivan Becker, who's a crossbowman by the look of it. Jakob Haven, an archer. And Ludwig Frey, a swordsman. Lots of torches. And then we have this group here with Gerhard Voigt, crossbowman. Heinrich Weber, archer. And Hugo Meyer, another archer. So this one is all ranged support. How are we going to build a ram? I mean... You know, we never did finish felling those trees. This group has the axe. Okay, so with our action points, let's scout out a bit. And end our turn, apparently. Does everyone rest? I think they might. Oi! Come on now. Okay, fine. Let's go up this way. We could mine here. Let's just go into the woods and start chopping. 22! Okay. Come on, you lot. Oi, you. Huh? Okay. So, clicking on the shield, you lot. Party inventory. You've got the axe. That's going to help chop wood. And we can do some kind of management here. Okay, let's end. Alright, you know what? Why can we not perform any actions, including ending turn? Oh, you just haven't done anything. Okay, well let's go to here and scout the area. Thinks he hears the infected. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, 22 is not... Oi! You lot. What's wrong with you? Yeah, let's just wait. Where? I'm not sure if this means they're really good at working or really bad. I mean, builder, okay. Lumberjack. Oh, we got the right people on the job, okay. Excellent. So you lot... come back here. You lot... Oi, come on, you... Yeah. Move it. Nope, nope, we don't want to do that. We just want you to bloody move. That's better. No, we're good. Where? Okay. Everyone get the fuck over here. Yep, do it. You. Not quite what we wanted, but yeah, sure, merge all three. I said merge all three. It's not happening, but okay. Oh no, wait, hang on, we got bows. Yeah, okay, haha. Main buildings, infiltrate. What? All I did was try and shoot the enemies. Okay, we'll end our turn. Apparently we shot them all to death in the darkness. By the light of our torches and you lot. Oh dear God, have you got that wood yet? And if not, why not? Excellent. Barricade kit. Not quite what we were after. Well, you lot can also chop trees. No, okay, so no, don't then. You lot can get in here and start chopping down trees. Right. Move to here, as that's where the danger came from. Loot the dead bodies. Just stand guard. Uh-oh. Alright. I think that's all of them. How are you lot doing? Okay. 9, and you've stopped. What's that? 3. Okay, that's us. Okay, if we do that and start chopping wood. You don't seem to be moving, okay. We have the logs, but we need to do the crafting. Okay. I wonder if we just need to carry the logs over here. Well, get those ones down, we'll probably be good to go. Let's just head down here. And keep gut. Well, they're in a good mood. Captain's obviously telling them what to do. We'll just end our turn here. Alright, you lot, back this way. You know what? Everyone else, back this way too. Ah, you're good. You can wait there a bit. So, is there... Oh, we've definitely got enough logs. Okay. You're not moving. You're not. And you lot can definitely move up. Fine, rest. Okay. Can you move now? Yes, you can. Excellent. Well, do it. Please, for the love of God. Move. You bastards. What's wrong with you? Mate, you've got the wood. Do the fucking thing, please. Yeah, get some water. You lot... Build? Okay, you bugger off over there and keep watch. You lot, please, dear God. Move next turn. Right. Build that battering ram. Build it. What the hell? This button? Having chosen the site for a permanent camp, everyone agreed that the first building should be the headquarters tent. You can then decide on where to put the infirmary, storehouse, etc. Apparently we need to build a battering ram first. And try and get this bunch of useless bastards moving. You know what? You can wait as well. You ready now? Oh fuck, why couldn't you just walk round it, you wallies? Right. What, they're busy? Are you exhausted again? You're exhausted again. Great. Keep watch. Still in danger. Could you please get off the bloody water? If we merge them, will it help? It's not helping. So I think we have a maximum squad size, and we have to just shift people between them. Continue working. Yes, they're still working. What do we actually have to... Oh, did they stop because... What time to... What the hell? Okay, they're back to work. Good. Okay, could you move to here? Just to be on the safe side. There we go. How's that ram coming along? Very nicely. Could you go to here? Look out. Definitely feels very unsafe. Also, no sign of that witch yet. And you're exhausted again. For some reason. Is it lack of food? Is it you? You're fine. End turn. Okay. Well, the ram is nearly built. You've got action points. Let's move you back to... No! I just wanted to go to the well. Look, you lot. Back to work. Yeah, back to work. It's fine. Right. You're fine. Given the time we had, no one could have... That was not up quick enough. Right, do we just... Okay, what do we do with this? Do we activate it? What is wrong with you people? Ah, swing that ram. We need more hands. Right, back off. Big group. Get in there. Oh, fuck off! You're always too fucking tired to do anything. No one else is too tired to do anything ever. These two groups are fine. But you won't let us merge groups. What do we do? Do we drag them like this? No. Okay, try this. All workers. Can we just do individuals? All characters. That's not the left. There we go. Almost broke it. Let's hit it again. It's about to give. One more time. Okay, so the tutorials describing how we should handle groups could be obviously a bit clearer, because I did not get that right at all. So what do we do now? We go inside? What do you do? Right, you. Get the fuck in there. Please, dear God. Yes, everyone. This is dumb, but one big group. And they're all bloody outside again. Right, get inside. Good. Start adventure. Which surely we just finished, but okay. The light from a busted door spilled into a bare stone box of 4 walls. A few arrow slits above the narrow balustrades let in little light, and the torches had long since gone out. It seemed the tower had been built to guard the road to the city and keep watch on the roadside inn, but out here in the middle of nowhere a couple of guards were likely all it ever needed. We'll let our eyes adjust to the dark. The only furniture here was a table and a couple of chairs, just enough to set down the booze brought from the tavern and throw some dice. Little remained of the arsenal that might hold off a siege. A heap of rusty arrows and bolts lay scattered in disarray against the wall. The seasoned soldiers grimaced at the sight of the mess, their eyes slowly adjusted to the gloom, and now we shall inspect the dark corners. As soon as light reached the dark recesses of the tower, something stirred in one of the corners. Veteran mercenaries didn't waste time guessing whether it was a shadow, a rat, or a trap left behind by an enemy. In an instant, several arrows were trained on the spot waiting for a command. Conrad remained silent. Something slowly, reluctantly crawled out of the shadows, a chain clinking with every movement. Next to the figure, wrapped in rags, lay a jug and a couple of bundles of food. A faint sign that this wasn't just another deranged infected. Still, Conrad gave no order. You found a chained prisoner, and it's probably the woman we saw on the title screen. You found a chained prisoner, and it's finally over. Damn it, I can't see a thing. Well, it's not that dark. Oh, there she is. Hey, is someone here? Is she alive? And she's seriously chained up. Looks like they left her some water and bread. They probably think she's a witch. She's moving. Looks alive. Are you just going to stare, or are you finally going to untie me? Well, you don't tie chains. You two, remove the chain. What are these? These look like they'll be important soon. Hold on a second. Oh, sorry, it's Anselm. Hold on a second. Why is she locked up here in the first place? Maybe they fled in a hurry. Well, we found the witch. Witch hunt's over. But they had time to block the entrances and they left her water. Something's off. Who are you and why the hell are they keeping you here? Maybe untie me first and then start asking questions. No, don't touch her. What if this witch set it all up herself? Let's leave her here. Not very polite, but it makes sense. Let's get the tower in order, then we'll deal with the interrogation. Don't forget to reinforce the perimeter. Who knows what's coming? And she just glares at him silently. If a unit is within the camp's territory, in an area suitable for construction, the corresponding icons will appear in the camp's panel. First, you'll need to turn the tower into the camp's center to unlock building. A construction site must be cleared of trees and rocks, have at least one open exit, and be connected to the camp center via streets or buildings. Okay. Does this mean each hex is a construction site? And we haven't really seen a hex grid much on the map yet. The number of available building plots depends on the camp type. The camp near the old tower, for example, offers little buildable land. The larger the camp, the more people will be needed to defend it, and presumably the camp system will be a really big thing in the main game, which they want us to enjoy and are introducing us to now. A character with construction skills will greatly speed up the building of tents and defences. More complex structures in the full game will require the skill of a mason or an engineer. So what do? We have upgrade building, barricade building, and search. I suggest and strongly suspect we should barricade the building before we upgrade it. Although if we upgrade it, if we're like putting on extensions, then barricading should come second. Okay. The discussion didn't take long. Soon the bubble of voices was replaced by hammer and the crash of sawn logs. Hammering, and yeah, construction is in full swing. Let's do it. It'll take a while. But we have a mighty workforce. Someone standing around waiting and watching and supervising. Don't know how long this is going to take. Ah, it's up there. Excellent. Let me guess, after this they're going to be all too tired and need to rest. And one more. Not bad, but one tower isn't enough. We have to be ready for anything. We'll need a place to trim logs for the palisade, and a small workshop wouldn't hurt either. Maybe even a kitchen. I wouldn't say no to some roast. Let's set up what we really need first, then we'll think about stuffing our bellies. Back to work. All key information about your characters and camp is gathered in the journal. You'll also find icons for buildings, characters, and camp storage in the same panel. Beneath the journal icon, you'll find your latest quests, both side and main story ones. In the buildings and characters sections, you can not only check the current state of your camp, but also easily locate structures and people on the map. Double-clicking on them, maybe? Resources stored in the camp's storehouses can be used for construction or crafting in any building, but squads can only take them along from the warehouse directly. When building, materials are first used from a party's inventory and only then from the settlement storehouse. And do they go pick things up? Okay, so what do we need next? So we need a building place for wood. Build fortifications, show storage, set up camp. Well, how about we want to do something else? Tear down the fortifications. Barricades, stakes, palisade, wooden gates. I'm going to put a gate here. I'm not sure how much space we have around this. Okay. Main tower, where everyone is. Again, we don't seem to have a camp section. And it looks like we're just doing all of this in order. So build fortifications or show storage or set up camp. You know what? That's a really good idea. Can we build something in camp? We don't seem to be able to build something in camp. I wonder if stepping outside will allow us to... okay, so let's say we want to go build some fortifications. It'll be useful if a settlement gets a new wall in a different place, otherwise it is safer to rebuild it. So what would we... Are these all in predetermined locations because of the... didn't we make some barricades already? Stakes, palisade. Okay, let's... Oh, looks like we don't quite have the supplies for any of this anyway. Okay. Yeah, we need a place for woodwork. Build a sawmill. Right, and where would we do that? Well, we'll end our turn. And then we will step outside and build a lumberjack tent, which needs 4 wood. So we want some trees. Here are trees. Let's rest. And let's go to trees and chop them. They are lumberjacks and they are okay. They work all night and they work all day. They chop down trees and wear high heels, suspenders and a bra. They wish they had been girlies just like their dear mama. Now, I'm sure you get reference. And once more, with feeling... Okay, hold it. Let's shoot some arrows. Yeah, you. Arrows. Mate, shoot the fucking arrows. Okay, fine. Don't shoot the arrows then. Yeah, you take our counterattacks. Alright. Let's use our back rank first and just shoot a lot. We can presumably just conserve our ammunition and shoot a couple of zombies and keep... Oh, those moved out of the way then came back after the fight. Okay, how are we doing for wood? Disturbingly, I don't see any, so let's just chop more trees. That's good, that's 2. That's a lot more than 2, okay. And we need to rest. So it looks like resting makes us get no action points on our next turn, but we get full amount of recovery. Can we build? We can. Should we build here? Almost definitely not. So how about we all go to here and now we build. Oh, what's this? Building repair and demolition, I see. Paved street. No, we're going for building. Our lumberjack tent, as in... What the hell? Why do we have no... Did the axes get used up chopping the trees down? We had 2 of them, and they do now appear to be gone. Intriguing. I haven't chosen a site for a permanent house. Hang on. Out of stock. Does not wear out. If it doesn't wear out, why are they gone? We definitely had some. Something strange is going on, but it's probably a good time now for me to end the episode here. Let's see if I can save the game. I cannot save the game. Looks like it's running on autosaves only. I see a save and exit. Well. Hang on. got a load of wood here. Can we just go up there and get that? No, we can't. Okay. Let's end our turn. Go up here. Pick up all this stuff. Oh, look! There we go. Excellent. Let's go back to here. Okay. So we didn't even need to go get those trees. We could have just walked outside and picked up the stuff. Mate, seriously? Fine. Build this. In which case, I'll continue a little longer. And this will hopefully enable us to continue expanding our camp. Alright, that's a lot of work. A lot of clicking the end turn button. I'm aware there's an automatically end turn option in the menu, and we were told we could have it enabled or not. It would seem it is not enabled by default. Okay. Can we? No, looks like we're just going to have to keep working. I suppose we could have split the squad and sent some people out to shoot at them. Speaking of shooting... Hey, guess what, mate? You're getting attacked. You're not in such good... You're good. You're in a good shape. You know what? Let's have another shot. There we go. I saw that sliding back in. Interesting the way they kind of clear stuff on the table for the encounter to take place and then bring it back like it's a physical space. And this looks like it's finished. Lumberjack tent. Let's... Yeah. What can we do with it? Not a lot. Okay. Yeah, we got our place to work with wood. And we kind of made somewhere. Oh, they want us to build a sawmill. Okay, let's see. Let's pick up this lot. Bucket of water, okay. 11 of 12 settlers. Is that the witch? I don't know. Well, anyway, hey, I will end the episode here. I hope you all enjoyed this one. And look forward to seeing you all soon. I'll say bye for now and cheerio, everyone. See you next time.